Good evening, folks. I remember to press the go live button this time. How is everyone today? We've got a good number of folks here early. Let's say hello to folks in chat here. We've got Mia Sashimia and Roy Glowing Boar Gray and Storm Thunders, my early ghosts. Got Rivy Sticks. Thanks for being here, Rivy Sticks. And they got Mia Sashimi with a great pun. She loved my pun. Everyone loves my puns. Everyone. Hey there, Kyoko Disaster. You finally caught a stream early? Hey, awesome. And Genesis, good to see you again. Howdy, howdy, folks. Well, tonight is finally, for the first time in quite a while, a Chores stream. I think we haven't had one since, what, 2024, I think was the last one? Maybe the week of the last stream. I don't recall. In any case, I do want to say, before we get started here, there is a slight caveat to tonight, and that is I am home alone with the kids. It is Wednesday. Kurazette has band practice Wednesday evenings, and so I have both kids here on the monitor. If one of them wakes up screaming, the stream's probably over. So this stream could go on for 5 minutes, or it could be 15, or I could go the full hour and a half. So just be aware that I might have to cut this off on short notice. I don't expect trouble, but it happens. So anyway, let's bring you all in game. Ta-da! Hello, folks. It's me. You know why we're here. Let's get started. As my guy coughs. Yeah, you never know with little ones. Hello there, Mystery Lady and Jacelina. And Kalzamar, welcome, welcome. What are the plans for today? First of all, I'm going to take off our quicklime. We're going to make some mortar here. I did sleep through the night right as I logged on because it was medium reactivity and it was getting a little dicey. So I slept through, ran back, got some food. And then came back here just to start out here. So we're going to do a little bit of mortar. We're going to do a lot of lantern making. And if we get to the end of that and we're still not at about 10 o'clock, then I'll probably do a little bit of quarrying because these are the last 2 sandstone giant slabs we have, and we need a lot more sandstone. But hello, MX Creaky Wisp. And Low Poly Catspin and Bry Guy 0052. Welcome all. It's good to see you all here tonight. So let's get. This burns forever. My goodness. All right. Let's get our bucket. We're gonna need 16. I forgot to take that mod off. We need 16 liters of water, and as I recall, it's right. Let's do this, and then. There we go. Alright. And it sounds to me like Kurazette just got home. So you might hear some noise in the background. So we got that. Let's get our sand. Our sand is over here. There we are. Hi Kurazette, do you want to say hi to the folks? Come speak closer.
Hey, folks.
Speak into the microphone. Alright, so let's make our mortar. And done. Everyone's saying hi, Kurazette. And she's gone. Alright, mortar is done. And I'll probably do another batch. I think we have... Yeah, we got 2 more batches to go. I am running low on coal, anthracite. So I'm thinking before... Tell you what, change of plans. Before we get to lantern making, let's go dig up a little bit of peat. Because we know there's some peat in one of the cooler areas near the oasis base. I'll put the sand back. I'll put the bucket down for real this time. There we are. All right. Maybe we'll get wild and put a door in. Do I have any just spare wood in here? Yes, okay, let's just do a door. My goodness, it has been too long without a door. Oh, we've golden poppy seeds, okay. It's like, why do I have seeds here? And this... Really? Defying me yet again. Alright. There we go. Much better. How am I liking From Golden Combs, Creaky Wisp? It's pretty good. I think it's a little too involved. Like, making the hive took so much time and energy. Like, it almost defeats the purpose of making the hive in the first place. Oops. Let's grab you off of here. Oh, get over there. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop you on here, and you on here. And then let's go and get the peat. We found that kind of up in here. Is this the peat? That's fire clay. Ah, there's the peat. Nope, that's red clay. Red clay. Traces of ore. There really ought to be some peat here. I know we've stumbled across it a couple times, too. I guess I didn't mark it. That's probably peat right there. So let's go there. We'll check the highlands. Hey there, Burnzilla. Those dirty bowls have seen some stuff. Yes, they have. Yeah, I'm surprised that the sulfuric acid didn't just melt right through them. All right, peat. Peter? You've got to go find some Peter. Could have taken the elk. Be a lot faster. But then I have to finagle it in and out of the pen, and ugh. Very disobedient. You like the mod for the ceramic hives? The ceramic hives, I think, are personally, I think, even less useful because of all the time that goes into actually making them in the first place. I just meh. I do like the Langstroth hives. Like, once you make them, I think they're great for the most part. I think the interaction system is a little crazy. Like, I wish it could be just like a, you know, crouch and hold down, right click to do all the things, to get the honey out, you know, rather than, oh, take the top off, take the middle piece off, put the middle piece on the ground, open the middle piece, but make sure you don't have your cursor still on the, or your inventory cursor still on the, what was that? Oh. It's a cicada. It's you. You are hovering in midair. That's wild. Okay. Where was I? Oh yes, the Langstroth hives. Yeah, I do wish you didn't have to like go through all that rigmarole just to get the stuff out. Let's see. I want to go up. So we're right about there. Yeah, let's go up here if we can. The sound of the cicada made it seem even hotter in game. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me think of summer. We're getting some weird summer here. Some weird and real summer here. It's been, went straight from wet to 100 degrees, and it's been 100 degrees for the last, like, 3 days. And then it's going to be wet again soon, supposedly. Fire clay. Not too shabby. What are you? Hey, goat. Oh, you're cute. I would totally chase you off the mountain to your death. I mean, I would pet you tenderly. Meh. Oh, there goes one more goat to its death. Most likely. I think that the fall damage for goats needs to be, like, just suppressed. Make them immune to fall damage, or at least make animals mostly, or a bit less likely to just run off cliffs to their deaths. This is a maze to get over this stuff here. My goodness. It's a gorgeous place, though. Alright. I think we're about there. We're over the hump. Yes, we are. Okay. Oh, it's like another goat. The kind that rams, I think. Huh, that's cute. They're like attacking something. So many kinds of goats. Oh, they're so cool. Hello. Sheep. Am I pretty far from this? I am. I need to go south. Like, quite a ways south. Okay. Duly noted. Watch the knees. My knees ain't getting any younger. Hey there, Jen and Tonic. And Luthien Nightwolf. Welcome. Ow, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the kneecap bursting stream. Yeah, what are you? Oh, okay. That's the kind of, that's the same kind of goat that the other block game has. I bet it's gonna try to gore me. Oh, he's running away. Never mind. Alright, don't gore me. Or I guess headbutt or whatever they do. Ram. He rammed me. Oh, there goes a goat to its death. Gone. You recall me coming across peat on the plateau bits. Yeah. I think we're finally there. Just about. Yeah, I think the south is such a gorgeous place to build because you never get winters that turn the world gray. This is red clay. It's not peat. That means that this is probably peat, given that it's browner on the map. Yeah, here we go. What is that? A chicken, okay. Just a little cautious because we are in potential bear territory, given that there are redwoods here. Potential. Alright. Peat. You like the winters, Tricky Wisp? I don't hate the winters, but like if I'm building something, I don't know. I do prefer, you know, nice green grass. I don't want this seed. I don't want the rift either, which is apparently somewhere. Oops. Oh, more seeds. Goodbye, turnip. You will never grow in my garden. I guess it could. I can grow cabbage just fine in winter. Alright. Let's just load up on peat. I'm going to fill our inventory and the basket we have. Just because when you're doing mortar, you can chew through this stuff real quick. You're over the cold, Luthien Nightwolf? Just for turnips. Alright. There's a lot of bug noise around here. Hey, Nix Rheumaticon. It's 3 AM here in Hungary. Just popping in to say hi. Well, hello. And hello, goodbye, and get some rest. Claystone territory, okay. Your power's already gone out twice, but really, ouch. That is no fun. You're on a mountain, so your winter is from October to April. Yikes. I'm kind of thinking that might be how we do Guide Season 3, though. Do a very wintry, well, not a wintry place, but like, you know, normal temperate, but on a mountain. Alright, we're just gonna take this down so it doesn't look stupid. Alright. Tori getting pretty full. Once we clear this top, let's get the basket out. I'm still debating whether I want to do the Guide Season 3 in the south on a mountain or in the north on a mountain. In the north on a mountain might limit choices as far as mountain height goes, just because, you know, it gets real cold real quick. Alright. You finished in the Guide Us 2, you forgot how many puns I make? How could you forget? It's all I'm known for. Alright, I want to fill out these first, just to make sure that they get filled before my bar does. So I can keep a closer eye on it. Oh, nice, we have 3 layers of peat. You like the south on a mountain sound, Luthien? Yeah, the debate I'm having internally is that if I live in the south on a mountain, I'm not going to be having to deal with the threats that you get from the north, unless by the time that I start the series, a Tyrant adds, you know, equivalent southern threats to bears and wolves. Say, I don't know, tigers and more bears. Tigers and, I don't know, pythons, something like that. Vipers. Because I really think that, like, the south is so much easier than the north. Like, you know, food grows year-round. You don't have to deal with some of the certain big threats in the game. So it does make for a different experience than the default. So I might want to stick with the default for now, just because, again, you know, it's what most players are going to start with. Plus, you also, like, I wouldn't be able to cover things like getting ready for the winter, at least not as effectively as if I lived in the north. So I'm kind of leaning toward north, but it's not a done deal yet. But I won't be for quite a while. 29, I'll do one more. Do one more. Of course you give me... Oh, we had another one lying here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, back home we go. We are full of peat. Assuming I can find the way home without dying. I feel like somewhere around here I put a ladder down. I could probably just sneak down over here. Yellow fever. The disease suggestion. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not do that. If I want that, I'll play RimWorld. RimWorld in the tropics, where you spend your entire game making penoxysilene. What are you? Nothing. But are you nothing? Let's find out. Time will tell. Move it, bunny. Every second or third day, your seraph lies in bed. Lignite, considerite. Alright, nothing crazy here. Any nodes that happen to be right here at the surface? Lignite. Okay. Well, I'm not planning on coming back here for that, but at least we have the reading if we need it. It's like getting toward nightfall, so let's get back home without breaking our legs. Hey there, Oak Tree. In Hazard 151. Am I anticipating anything specific in later updates to the game? You mean after 1.21? I anticipate lots more pain. I'm actually really excited to see where Tyron takes the technology, because the stated goal is to get up to like steam power. So I'm really curious to see how that would work, and what level of automation players can expect with that. You know, if we have to like, you know, make our steam engine and constantly run back with buckets of water for it, at the beginning that's okay, but eventually I'd want to have a, you know, steam-powered pump to pump the water from a source, you know. And maybe that source has to be, yeah, at least 5 blocks wide and 5 blocks deep or something like that. Alright. More trouble. Let's go. Well, that was fun. And the music died. Steam-driven mechanical or electrical? I think it's going to be mechanical, most likely. Oh, darn it, I'm on the wrong mode here. Let's try that again. Very high considerate. Cool. If I needed that. Which I don't. So, neat. What is neat is that it is calm. I wonder, how hard are these to break? Not worth it. Not really worth it. Okay. I would... Okay, a feature I would anticipate, / hope Tyron would add, would be the ability to say, hey, all of this block, now make it this block, without overwriting the other block. I'd love to fix all the brown clay deposits from that one mod. I mean, I guess the other solution would be to just leave that mod on. It probably wouldn't hurt anything, honestly. Hey there, Tiffany N. Hey, your first stream? Welcome. You're not caught up, so you're watching the rest of the VODs? Very cool. Cosmo was joking the other day that years on the road, the end game would be nuclear power. I mean, uranium is technically in the game. It's not really implemented, but... well, it's implemented, but it's not used. Which I guess means it's not really implemented. Ooh, I know what I want out of the game in the future. And I know they're doing this or doing some of this, but not going the whole way with it. I would want to be able to make, dry stone and ashlar and stuff out of kimberlite. I think kimberlite is just such a gorgeous material to work with. Alright, I've got peat bricks here. Can I place this block here? What? Why am I not able to put peat into this? Hello? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start with this. I'll put the peat in here. We'll light it, because that'd be smart to do. Uh-oh. Kurazumi just decided to make a noise and move, hoping she isn't waking up. You guys might hear a little noise on the stream from the monitor. Wow. Why do you just not want to go in here? Are you not called peat bricks? Is on the pots? No, it won't go in. Now it will. But no, I can't put these in. Now it works? I don't know. I don't know why that didn't work the first time, but it worked the second time. It makes no sense. Alright, now will you go in the rest of the way? Oh, now you're full. Okay. That I understand. I understand being too full to eat another bite. Alright, what do I got in here? Where to put you? Do I have space down on one of these guys? Oh yeah. Let's just tuck you in here. Perfect. Okay, oh we have, that's right, we already have 20 of these. That's good enough for 10. Elk, would you please? Enough for 10 lanterns. Let's get on with the lanterns. How much peat do I think I need? Well, probably not this much, but, well, actually we might, because this lime will carry us a little bit, but we have a lot to build. Let's see. Why do you hate Mildew Chacos, Hazard 151? I mean, as far as, like, real-world usefulness goes, it's not useful terribly. But for this game, I think it's great. I need 48 of you. Come here. Bountiful. Just do that. Maybe even a bit of this. There we go. Go there. There we are. Creek. Something else we gotta do, while we're on the topic of making lanterns, is make some more glass. We're down to like 30-something glass. Oh, that's right, we have so much gold now. Oh, this is great. So we're gonna make another batch of glass. I'll do probably 5 bloomeries of glass. I'm looking for some of you. I think 9 tends to work just fine here. We're gonna find out. I'm pretty sure it's 9. Boy, chocolate tacos. Is Mildew Chacos as poisonous toxic as lead? Pretty much. Yeah. It didn't, I was researching, like, when I heard this in the game, I went and researched, I was like, was this a real thing? Apparently it was, but it didn't seem commonly used. Like, I couldn't find a lot of resources saying, like, yeah, it was used commonly. It was like, oh, well, the Greeks used it once or twice. Oh, okay. So that while that is going on, let's plop you down. That's... Yeah, we should be able to eat that. And make room. Up. I'm gonna scoot you there. I have another rock already. So I had someone ask me today in a comment why I always carry these on my hotbar rather than in here, and the reason is a real one, folks. Is that especially when I was playing the game just to learn it before I even thought about doing a series, I would always leave the house and forget I didn't have any food, or only had like one with me. So I made it a habit to always carry the crock and the bowl in my hotbar in slots 8 and 9, so I could look at a glance and just be like, oh right, I need food, and go back in. Otherwise, I wouldn't even think about it. And it just sort of became a habit. Now they stay. And that's the entire story. Not particularly crazy, but there you have it. So, this will probably be enough for 5 bloomeries, I think. It's what, 12 per bloomery? So, yeah, one of these stacks would be plenty. Let's just come here, you. There we are. Okay. Oh, there we go. Perfect, actually. Ta-da! All right. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Guess I can just do this. Doot, 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 doot. And down the row. Tiffany and headed to work. Well, thanks for stopping by, and hope you have a good rest of your night. Let's see. So I need quartz, which I think is in here. It's in the andesite bin, because, you know, that's definitely where quartz belongs. And as I recall, it's going to be like 2 of these stacks. It's been a while since I made glass. I'm like forgetting what all goes into it. Like how much of it, specifically. Alright, so 24, okay. So this will be 48 from each stack of quartz, okay. Man. I haven't made glass since 2024. Okay, then we need the black coal to fire it. Remember that part at least. And maybe a torch. Any plans to use all the quartz in the temple? Mostly with lanterns. Jesse, are you late? You're not terribly late. We started about half an hour ago. We're just doing chores tonight. Did I get them all lit properly? Looks like. Alright. I call it a win. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. It's being so weird. Maybe yeah, you can sweeten your wine with lead. No, that's not healthy. Okay, there's that. So all that's going on. Let's check on our molly over here. Not the other kind of molly. That's going fine. We can hammer out, chisel out these and hammer them out into the gold leaf. Go get, oh, we have a chisel is back at the other base. Let's go do that. So that if I leave, the burn time goes down, but the burning doesn't happen, so we're going to stay here till this is finished. We'll just hammer what we have here. Oh, man. Yeah. It's more like it. 47 more gold leaf sheets. You bet. You absolutely bet. Assume I wanted to make bulk lanterns. Would copper or iron be best? I mean, as far as ease of making the ingots and stuff goes, copper is way easier. Iron requires a lot more resources to actually create, and of course time to get to that point in the game when you can make it. It's not a bad option. I think they look fine. They're a little too like plain gray for me. I would rather have wrought iron looking lanterns, and that's why I go for the molybdo chocolates. That one. Some days I can say it, some days I can't. So you'll be a little bit. What can we do in the meantime? How's our dye over here? Got plenty of dye for all of our needs. Not really worried about that. Bismuth is your favorite? Bismuth is a pretty good option. I don't think bismuth works in every build, but, you know what? Do that. I picked up an invisible item. Oh my goodness. You get to go and despawn in there. I threw my invisibility cloak into the pond. So that was the Bricklayers mod that let you plant crops in planters and vases. So I wonder if They fixed that? Can we do it again? No, okay. I guess we're going to find a flower to put there instead. How's this all doing? Doing fine. We're not going to need all of this. So that should do just fine. But we need to put somewhere else, like down here. There we go. You do silver lanterns for decor? That's expensive. You can actually buy gold lanterns from luxury traders for a good sum of money, but it's, you know, otherwise fairly resource efficient. Okay, so that's going on. Right, I wanted to get a flower to put in there. Like, why am I coming up here? I'm busy talking. What to put in there? Would say I like the amaranth for its bright color. Let's put some of the red lupins in there. Yeah. That ought to do. Do you need to put plates on them to get the light level boost? For gold and silver lanterns? Strangely, yes. It's no amaranth, but it'll do. Actually, you know what? This is a fairly red interior. Let's get the bluepins out. I always like the nice blue color. Blue, here we go. Blue. There we go. A nice splash of blue amidst all these yellow and reds and oranges. Yes. That is how we do it around here. All right. I guess we can go ahead and pop you guys on. And there we go. We only have... Oh, so we have barrels upstairs, so we can make some mortar there. We got a minute or so. I like calling them bluepins. It's just a thing. We're gonna make it right here. Oops, nope. You're not actually empty. You're empty. There we go. Okay, and in you go. Let's get some snad. I think we can safely use some of this limestone snad. Keep any huge silver deposits. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I do think silver is more common than gold in this game. I don't really have any, like, hard evidence aside from anecdotal. And the only reason that we're sitting on so much gold is because I kind of ignore the silver. Like, the silver's nice, but like, so we have a silver lantern in our hand. That way it doesn't, our silvered lantern, so it doesn't stack with the golds. And it's like, it's fine, but the silver doesn't really add much on the interior. I like the sort of splash of yellow these give. Hey there, Evil Half Dead and Kolshi. Welcome to both of you. And have I said hi to Angie Lady yet? If I haven't, then hello. If I have, then no hello. Alright, let's get this cooling. Let's swap this out before I try to grab the very hot crucible. So we've got just shy of 40 people here today. That's not too bad for a first-time chores stream in a while. It's good to have just some chill time to get things done and chat while we do it. Actually in the tongs now. Yeah, it looks nice. Happy to catch me live. I'm happy to have you here. The sky be spicy tonight? Is that real life sky? What do you mean the sky here? I have to look now. I'm guessing you don't mean in-game. It's fairly tame in-game. Real life, okay. Metal tongs would be sort of cool. Yeah, I would probably, like... I probably wouldn't make them unless there was a point to it. Like, maybe certain kinds of material can't be poured from wooden tongs. Or maybe that wooden here we go. What if wooden tongs had a durability? And that durability went down while you were making stuff on the anvil. Like every time you swing a hammer, the hammer takes durability and the tongs take it. But then the metal tongs don't have durability. I wouldn't want metal tongs to have durability. That would just be annoying. But durability on the wooden tongs to incentivize you to make the metal tongs, I could get behind that. There we go. 48 of you. Yep. And then we need 128, 128, 96. Okay. And how far along are you guys? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and sleep now. Hey, Solston. Good to see you. It's been a while. And Pablijo Castro's here as well. Hello, Master Plaster. I have to see if I still have that t-shirt. I have a friend who made me a Master Plaster t-shirt. Oh, really? I did just sleep through the entire day, just about. Oh, great. I was not watching the time. I was watching chat. Whoopsie. Did I do that? Alright. You might have heard of Solston once or twice. He's fairly famous on the internet. He's pretty fly for a rabbi. Pretty fly for a blue guy. Ah, and these are ready. Alright. And I want you. Oh, it's the glass. Pretty toasty. You're no more famous than I am? I don't know, your subscriber count leapfrogged mine by a lot in the last 5 months. Not that it's a competition, I'm actually really glad for you. But, yeah, that's what 5 months of no videos does to a guy. Matthew Willis, hey, and Rob Schwab Random. Tina Kincannon, welcome, guys. You can't wait for Sultan's backpack making video? You know I watched that one. I was giggling the whole time. He's like, I'm gonna make some straw leather. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you ain't. Once I saw like the materials he had on hand, I was like, nope, that's not happening. It's almost like I had a kid or something. Yeah, almost. Almost. Alright, we can go and come back. It won't hurt anything. I just want to go drop off the mortar and the glass, and I think... Right, I wanted the chisel. I want the chisel, that's right. Okay, let's go. It was a series of unfortunate events. All snicket and no lemony. Oh my goodness, look at this. Gold leaf sheets. Alright, I'm just gonna do the chiseling of this here. Call it a day. And now we can go back. Wait, I want to leave the glass here too, didn't I? Ta-da! There we are. I'll leave the sheets here too. I'll even hammer them. Dangerous like that. Alright, so we have 87 of those and 99 pieces of glass. We're good for a little while, I think. We can at least light one more arm at the temple. We're just going to go in here. And Mota. How are the curry kidlets? They're doing pretty well. Kurazini is doing some summer camp stuff starting next week. And Kurazumi has been rolling over. Oh, and actually, he's been getting very interested in people food. It's actually pretty cute. Whenever we're eating, we put her in a little chair next to us, and we let her like just hang out while we eat, just to be where the people are. And she sits there and like opens and closes her mouth like she's chewing. And Kurazette has given her some pieces of banana, not like pieces, but like lets her like sort of like nibble on her bananas. And now whenever Kurazette has a banana, Kurazumi is like, because she wants some. She doesn't really eat it. She kind of just like licks it and sort of like gums it. It gets maybe a little bit of it down, but like she just wants the flavor mostly. You like people food too, Sulston? Sorry, it's only nasty baby food for you from now on. All right, well let's see if I can remember to come back here and pour out that little bit of Chacos before it cools down. Hint. Oh, you know what? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do some other chores while that's heating up to lessen the chances that I'll forget. Only baby food. This is applesauce. Oh, no. It's the peas for you. I had a hammer this entire time. Okay. Okay, me. Okay, me. You do me. I would need that. In you go. Chilla lasagna. Like the sauce. Maybe. So far, she's kind of been spitting out savory foods. She likes sweet foods. And apparently that's actually not unexpected. Babies... apparently the first taste that babies can really comprehend is sweet. As their bodies start, like, realizing, sugar is good. Must train to eat sugar things. Not the peas, they're in my eyes. Yeah, pea baby food is the worst. Honestly, like, baby food is so nasty, it's like, when everyone wonders why babies spit all their food out, it's like, well, gee, I wonder why. Like, have you tasted it? We have some friends who, what they'll do is they'll just make, like, adult food, and then blend it into baby food. And it's like, and their kids love it. Or loved it. Their kids are grown up now, but when they had their babies, they did these things. Alright, let's get a few of these out. Yeah, the peas are always like... The canned peas are just nasty. Like, the peas in baby food taste the same as if you buy canned peas and just mash them up a little bit. It's like, bleh. Can't stand them. Wet cat food smells better than baby food. I don't know. I feed my cats wet and dry food, and the wet food is fish-based. Is pretty rough. Pretty rough, not gonna lie. You know, I was gonna go and grab some more limestone stones to crush. We'll do this batch of, what, 8 plates here? We'll run back, check on the molly over there. We'll grab some more limestone, chuck that in the quern. Call it a day. UK baby food isn't nasty. Don't know what it's like in the USA. Well, if you've heard any horror stories about, like, tongs. I was saying. If you've heard any horror stories about the quality of US food, I assure you they're all true. We put weird stuff in our food, man. Things that don't belong in food end up in food. I'm sure you've heard the rumor that we wash all of our chickens in chlorine, and that is true. In fact, it is required that they be washed in chlorine. And apparently the main reason for that is it's not to wash off the salmonella that they normally have in them. It's that their conditions are so awful that, like, they're just so nasty when they're slaughtered. Ugh. DD Squeeze, welcome. New face around here. Oh, of course you've slowed down, Wind. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, that's how it would go. And you're having your first baby in you said December, I think? Yeah, congratulations. It'll be a ride. I keep walking away from the hammer, don't like the bang bang bang. Well, I don't mind the bang bang bang, although it is kind of loud in my headphones. But yeah, the audience tends to not like the bang bang bang. Hey, Sheila Annette. Welcome. Mill grinders are great for making baby food. You mean like an actual, like, windmill? With like little pulverizer nubs on it? That's a little more than I'm willing to invest in. I have a blender and a food processor. That's plenty for me. It was common for your uncle to look at your steak and say known or unknown. What was that in reference to? Butchering your own cattle and stuff? First time catching you live, DD Squeeze. Been watching since the guide season 2. Hey, awesome. Yeah, I might need it more than puff on the windmill. Oops. Back here. Well, well, well. I've been betrayed again. I think what I want to do here with the Panera is, like, once we can move this setup over to the temple, which should be relatively soon. Like, this is going to go in the tower, and once we sort of figure out the tower's layout, we can just move this over and slap it in even while the tower's under construction. But then I'd like to probably put on a... Go away. I'd like to put on a, like a red brick or red clay shingle roof here. Maybe even, like, sort of bring this up by a block. Oh my goodness, you guys. Ugh. Ugh. Awful. Come on. Yeah, so, like, bring this up by a block, have a little, like, little pattern around the edge here. He's aiming at me. Saw that. And then put the roof on, like a very low angle roof. Probably do it with slabs and maybe even chisel them down. Yeah, there's quite a horde outside, I'll say, Zelston. All right, let's. It is 20:49. Let's sleep. Let's not sleep till 2 in the afternoon. It would be funny if you could attack drifters with burning hot metal. Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be nice. I think it'd be kind of cool to have, like, I don't know, like kerosene-filled reservoirs and swords and things. You can light them, and then for, like, the next 2 minutes, you got a fiery sword that deals more damage and sets them on fire. That would require the game to no longer allow invisibility frames after fire damage, though, in order for it to be useful. Alright, how's the crowd doing out there? A couple drifters, that I can deal with. I'm looking forward to when we can just attack these guys and have the Falcons auto-harvest them. Get. Toast. Oh, 2 more of you. Come here. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. Who's shooting at me and where is he? Underwater. Get back here. Ow. There you are. All right. Nice try, buddy. All right. The off chance that we get a single temporal gear, I will harvest these. We're kind of getting that desperate for temporal gears. So, not invisibility, invincibility. So when a creature takes damage, there's a period of, I don't know, a half a second or so where they can't take further damage. And that's why if you attack something with a torch and light it on fire, then you can't actually attack it with a sword. Well, you can, it just won't do anything. We got 1 piece of flax out of that. That was not worth it. What is that? That is a bowtorn. And Matthew Willis is very correct that they're very annoying. They are super annoying. And this is somehow still going. Wow, okay. I did not expect that. Let's go put this single piece of flax away. So worth it. Alright, these are done. Can I rescue this piece? Yes, I can. Nice. So in you go. And then we got this guy. It's probably right about done. Almost. Have I noticed Bowtorn and Shivers still spawning on the surface during calm activity? Not spawning on the surface. Well, no, not spawning on the surface, no. They do like to spawn underground, and apparently, at least the Bowtorn don't flee automatically in sunlight, unlike drifters, and I think Shivers do. So you'll end up with Bowtorn emerging from caverns and just peppering you with arrows. I did have a really annoying thing happen where over at the temple, I had built a big plaza in the air, and that was creating a shadow on the ground below. And there were a couple rifts not really nearby, but I guess they were within range, and I ended up with 3 or 4 Bowtorns spawning under there, even though it was, daylight. I feel like if the rift is in daylight, it shouldn't cause spawning. Like, it shouldn't be allowing spawning indoors that are, lit by sunlight. But I've had that happen in previous, in the Guide Season 2. I had a rift nearby the house, and it spawned drifters inside the house on a couple occasions. I'm not sure if any of them were on camera or not. But it was mighty irritating. Okay, so we are at the end of our Milbito Chalcos for now, as far as making it goes. I mean, we could make like a half batch, but I'd rather just do a whole batch. Yeah, I think probably today is going to just be the lanterns, most likely. Let's get our sand over here. I would have loved to get some more sandstone giant slabs, but that probably isn't going to happen today. All right. Then in you go. In you go. Out you come. All right, and these are... they're getting there. So we have a pretty serious stack of compost going on here. What's required for this again? Some broken. Here we go. We want these powdered charcoal and bone meal. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, and a farmer's blueprint that lets you cut the recipe down. Interesting. Okay. I actually kind of like that. I kind of like that. That I can get behind. Gives you an extra block. Actually, it cuts the recipe in half, except for the soil component, and then it gives you an extra block on top of that. That's pretty good. I like that. All right. You know what? I could definitely get behind doing some of this. Let's take these bones that we have tons of. And we'll take the limey stonies. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make that stack. Now I'll grab a bit of charcoal. So we did make some of that pretty recently. Somewhere. Ah, maybe we'll make some more too. Still too soft. Oops, all bow torn. You know, with how difficult it is to get drops from temporal storms anymore, I'm almost feeling like it makes sense to make some kind of underground, like drifter farm. I want to see what's inside you, buddy. Do I have to close that? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we'll do that. And then... that. Those guys. Yeah. Got plenty of wind power today. For now. So you're gonna build one of those, Sulston? Out the mantle? Oh, so you know what I think would be really cool, speaking of down at the mantle, is that there are a very few places that are pretty stable in the depths. I think it'd be really cool to build some kind of base down in the deep in one of those stable locations. That'd be really cool to do. Especially if it happens to be at the bottom of like one of those lava tubes. So you could make like some kind of, I don't know, like an underground bunker style structure. It'd be really cool. Hey, Old Wolf of Varan, welcome. You are just in time for a water break. And we have actual human trash. Welcome. All right, let's get you out of here. Fire this guy up. And I guess I won't worry too much about that batch of 8. Once this set is done, we'll run back, grab the rest of them out of the ingot molds. That should be ready by then. I hope. Might be ready by then. Farming would be tricky. Well, I mean, I'd still have, like, it would still have, like, surface farms. You can also, turn on underground farming, or the fact of the matter is the underground farming setting doesn't actually work right now. Someone found a pretty big bug where basically being underground doesn't prevent crop growth, and in fact, if they have no light, it goes through an operation that ends up dividing by 0, and it assumes infinite light instead. I didn't light you. Is it hot around the mantle? Yeah, it's not necessarily like boiling, but it can get pretty toasty on there. It also depends on the general temperature of your location, so it's going to be, you know, if I go underground here, it might get toward 50 or 60 degrees Celsius, but in the north it's like 30s and 40s. Hey, you got the roofs on fire? Welcome, welcome. Where do you hear about the bug? I was looking on... Actually, I was looking up information for a video about underground farming, and I came across that bug on the GitHub. And it's been confirmed as a bug. Khan says, wow, this has been just over without rain. Yeah, I feel your pain. I've been there before. Ah, right, we have you to go. Pop you on there. Underwater farming. You could farm underwater. I mean, you have to, like, build an air pocket. I really haven't been interested in an underwater build, or even one that's partially underwater. Like, it would be... It's an interesting concept, but I never liked doing it too much in the other block game, and here it would just be a nightmare trying to get the water to play ball. In one of my friend group servers that I played on a little while ago, okay, several years ago at this point, we actually had we built our base in a location, a really cool one. It was like there were mountains, like super duper tall mountains, and they were arranged basically like this, and our base was right in here, if you will. But there's also like a small lake in there, and we had to fill it in. Or no, we built it slightly underground, so we'd actually empty the lake out, and it was a pain. It was a real pain. Alright, take care, Lethan Nightwolf. Thanks for stopping by. 1 hour late, but you're here, Ryuga? Well, welcome. That's a tardy for you, mister. This is going on your permanent school record. You mean just tilling soil underwater? Can you plant seeds? I don't know. You can always try it. Hey, there we go. Let's see. Now you have me curious. Let's grab a seed. What do we got here? Sunflower seeds. Rice. We have tons of rice seeds. Rice seeds and a hoe. Not one of those hoes. Let's get our junky stone hoe. Didn't I ever have one with me at some point? I did. Maybe I threw it away. Hey there, Core. Oh, here it is. Come with me. We're going to test this right now, just to see. Occasionally this game is silly. So we're going to find out. Alright, let's just plop this. I'm going to just dig out a block here. Oh, I did just do that, didn't I? Wow. Let's dig out a block. Let's down some dirt. Let's get our hoe. Ah, so you cannot hoe or till land underwater. So the answer is no. I do want to find out though. So let's say I take this torch and I put it on there. Can I just hold this down and light? That's not too bad. So you can light them one by one. It takes a couple seconds to do. That's not too bad. I am happy with that. What if I tilt it then? Flood it? We're doing science tonight, apparently. Alright, let me finish lighting these torches first. And then we'll science it up. I have a feeling that the water is going to flood the block and kill the crops. Boop. All right. So, get these off my bar. All right. So we're gonna science some stuff here, huh? Let's science some stuff. Let's grab our bucket. We're gonna make a little temporary thingamabob here. Let's just do it outside. All right. Let's grab this bad boy. All right. Out you come, pop you in there. Till that. Doesn't have much moisture, but it will soon. Alright, so I guess first let's try taking the water and putting it on the farmland, then planting. So we have that, it's underwater. No, but I can quench the rice seeds in the water. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's do this. Do that. Still not moist. It's not moist. And then water. There's no moisture getting to it though, so I guess we'll have to do this. Wait. Do I have a watering can? Tell me, where's the watering can? I have one somewhere, don't I? Didn't I make a watering can somewhere? Anybody know of a watering can? I don't think I have one. It's like, why is there no moisture? No, I want a watering can. I want to water the water. Do I have one up here? Maybe. Maybe on the roof? No. Bad day. Hey there, 807. My house is beautiful? Thank you. I really enjoy the sandstone and acacia colors together. Shoot, I wanted a watering can. Should I make this a short? Yes, I should. Let me write this down. Oh my goodness. Alright, rip off that note. New short. Watering your water. There we go. How to water your water. How to train your dragon. Well, I guess we better let this crop grow. Some water here. Yes, thank you. I'm going to take that mod off if I can remember to. Sweet. Let's see if it grows. I'm really curious to see if it grows. Okay, let's see. These all stacked up. We got the right wind. Got the right wooden bucket. And creative mode. I'll tell you, I'll do creative mode for the short. Have I seen the 1.21 stuff for cookware and colors? Yes, I have. I'm excited. I think the only thing that I would be not really concerned about, but just to keep in mind is like, right now one advantage, aside from Crocs it is, that most things stack. So you want to make sure that you make them in sets that will stack reasonably well. Otherwise, you might end up in a situation where you can't like bring everything with you because they don't stack. So like make your bowls in groups of, I think, 8 they stack to. I'll be curious to see if the when you turn a bowl into an oil lamp, will it retain the color or become the default black that it is today? Hey there, Aaron Royal. Rice is the perfect crop for it to work on since it's normally submerged. Yeah, you can grow it submerged. It's for keeping weeds away, apparently. Yeah, I agree. Colored oil lamps would be really cool. I do think that I want to see, as I mentioned, I think either last stream or the stream before, I would like to see glazing of pottery, but not if it involves Bricklayers' level of effort and tedium. I'm not here for that. Not in the slightest. Alright, let's get shovel out of here. Alright. I'm hoping this many lanterns will keep us lit for quite a while. Let's put you away. One nice thing about moving this setup over to the temple is that it'll be higher up in the air, like much higher up in the air. So we should be able to get a pretty steady stream of wind where even if it's, as long as it's not perfectly calm, we should be able to do most things at a reasonable pace. Oh, whoops. No. No. Probably need one more of you on there. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Why was the picture sent to prison? It was framed. That's the count. Why is the count laughing at that? How does the machine know when to make plates? They can only make plates. Well, they can make plates and they can hammer iron blooms into iron ingots and can do blister steel ingots into steel ingots. Now, if you're asking why I don't get the menu, because it's an anvil, it's because molten chocolates can't be turned into anything but plates. So if I did the same thing with like an iron ingot, I would still get the menu of options. One of the nice things about the molten chocolates plates, honestly, is that like you don't get the menu, so it's really quick to just pop them on the anvil. Just stack with the rest of them, would you? There we are. Sulston's got to go on a 12-hour drive tomorrow. Where are you going, Sulston? My goodness. Be looking forward to hear how the rice turns out. Good deal. All right, Sulston, we'll have a safe trip heading to see family. Are they worth 12 hours in the car, though? That's a real question. Well, have a safe trip and hope to see you again soon. Hope to see some more videos soon. A Texas to Texas drive. Yeah. I have never been to Texas before, and currently I have no desire to ever go. So. Alright, so that's done. Next video's underway? Good deal. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for the things we have to do here. I'm going to disable the corn over here. It probably hasn't done that much work yet. It's gone through more than a stack of lime. Given that it's ×4, yeah. So I feel bad, but I'm not going to be here. I don't want to have the corn losing my stuff while I'm out. So calm. Nice. Ow. Clunk. Double clunk. Alright. Oh, I wanted to leave the, darn it. I've got tongs, which I think belong over here, and I've got the coal, which I know belongs over here, so. Okay. Iron plate, steel bits, iron pounder cap. Oh, I saw someone had an idea for using these pounder caps as cups on a table. I think it's brilliant. I think it's terrific. That's a really cool idea. With the hammer. I mean the tongs. Alright, off we go. Boink. And what's in here again? Gotta check every now and then, refresh my memory on what's being stored in here. Okay. Oh look, doors. Didn't need to make one earlier. Hey Liana Walter. Long-time watcher, first time catching a stream. Hey, welcome. Love your vids, and I'm beginning to watch the series since the beginning. You've been watching. Nice. You're so far behind. Yeah, there's a lot to watch. I feel bad. Like anyone who's not already caught up is going to be in for a long ride. Have I come up with what the final of the 4 wings of the temple is going to be like? One I haven't made. Yeah, it's gonna largely be like the others. It's just that part of it will be underground, so it won't have the openings and stuff. I think it'll just be a nice change, nice difference. You know what I should do is probably cool these. Those are already cooled. And that should do. Blow it up. Okay, and we've nothing else going on here. Okay. Nothing else going on over here. Perfect. I think we're ready to transit. Fire up the warp drive. And our saw is over there, I assume. Anything else I think I might need to take with me? No, not really. Do I want to dig some of it out in the stream? No, that'll probably be for when we start the actual work. I'll probably frame it first, and then come through and dig it out. So maybe it'll be on a Chores stream, the actual digging. I'm gonna put some items in those corners. But not this stream. I think we only have about, was it 6 minutes left? Yeah. So, let's go ahead and get these made. We have 8, 8, and 6, that's 30. I hope. 1, 2, 3, yeah, blah, 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 blah. 34, which means 60. I wish the number wasn't overlaid by the tooltip. Tyron? Alright. Not too shabby, though. 30 more. Isn't too bad. We need candles. I forgot we need candles. How could I forget the candles? Guys. That's not supposed to happen. I never forget things. Ever. Nope, not me. I guess we can go harvest our flax. So 30 candles, though. I don't think we have enough beeswax for that. We don't, but we have enough for 14 candles. Alright, so... 14, okay. Alright. Let's go get us some flax. Oh, we need the dirty bowls. And then a U3. Oh. Right. That. And then it's still calm, so we can go ahead and take our scythe out there. Blame chat, yeah. Do I recall the exact events of my birth then? Absolutely. It's very private medical information. I can't share that with you. Sorry. Yes, flax. Give me the flax, Jax. After a while, crocodile? Question mark? I think I want to make a crate for storing all this extra flax. Oh my goodness. This is nonsense. Nonsense is also the name of my future Indian restaurant. You've been wondering about the missing door for ages. You missed the mass farm drops. Yeah, they were kind of cool. I think the problem was performance related. That's why he swapped that. All right, you get flax, and you get flax. And I guess I can feed the chickens again, too. Since y'all were insistent last time. Oops. Don't scythe the... You can't scythe the vessel. It doesn't work that way. Yay! I'm feeding the chickens, huh? That's what y'all really wanted. Wow. Let me get real close. That's fun. Yeah, they got a few more eggs to roost on. You guys take forever. There are a few eggs in the ground that are not really worth taking right now, so... Oops, don't eat it. Oh, I ate it. Darn it. Four days. 3 days. Alright. Get. Shoot. There we go. Alright, let's fire this up now that I have some inventory space to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light you up. Everyone's a stream where I could just pet the Gen 10 chickens. That's the real goal of this series. Boiled olive. Good. Alright, let's grab... Oh, we need the saw to make a crate, don't we? Super irritating. Might be time for a second saw and leave it here. So I'm gonna make the... let's make a purple heart crate. Why not? You turn into boards. How many boards make a crate nowadays? 16 boards to make a crate. Okay. So I need 2 of you. What have I got going on over here? Any boards already? Not of that type. Okay, cool. Let's grab our saw, which is this way. Doink. Alright, you stay with me for now. Just in case. Ow! Alright, let's just make... I'm gonna do the ugly thing. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just put it on the roof here. I was gonna sort of hang it from, like, here, but I think just put it on the roof. It'll be fine. There, oh, that's just stupid. That... my axe. And my axe! Alright, we're not gonna put it on the roof. On the roof. Alright, I'm gonna put it here, guys. It's gonna be a little ugly. What will I do with all this honey? I just keep it around to make bandages. I don't really find making mead compelling in this game. Honestly, the alcohol making is like really lackluster for me. I am not into it. It's like it's not useful enough for me to care about, and the downsides of having it, of being all woozy, make me not want to play like that. I need 2 flax. Like if the preservation really made sense, like if I'm gonna save fruit, I'm going to either make it into something like boiled red meat with olive and fruit, which sounds disgusting, but I'd do it. Or I'd make porridge with fruit and seal it and put it on a shelf. I'll make pies. Those last 30 days. It's 3 months. I'll make jam. Jam lasts for like a decade in a cellar. So I don't really bother with the alcohol because 1, it still doesn't last all that long. 2, it makes you woozy. 3, you gotta have a jug of it to drink it. And it's like, oh, okay. And I think the wine still loses some satiation value. So you're still ending up, losing some of the calories you get, and therefore some of the nutrition here. I have no great nutrition. Gee, I wonder why. Alright, so once this guy is done... Ah, he is done. He, as if the bowl... This bowl is a man, apparently. There we go. Now we can make our lanterns, finally. And then, since it is a little bit past 10, we're going to call it there for the night. As the chickens run screaming from my presence. I am very intimidating. Scythe. Scythe stays here. As I just do a big circuit of our entire house. Scythe stays here. Oh, and no, not you. You stay too. Right, I was gonna make some more charcoal too, but that'll be for later, I guess. You can go there. Old Wolf of Farin, hey, thank you for being here. Bang. Alright. I'm gonna sneak one last thing in here before we go. There are oranges. Actually, do I care about the oranges? I don't care about the oranges. They can rot. They can disappear entirely. I was going to harvest them, but I want to get the breadfruit and cook with that. And I don't really need the rot anyway, so... Let's grab you. I think that's everything I need this time. Right, me? Yay. I'm going to do these singly in case I screw something up too badly. All right. There we go. All right, folks. Well, everybody, thank you for hanging out tonight and coming with me to get peat and making lanterns and all the distractions. Well, check back on Sunday and maybe even next week to get the latest on the rice progress. And we'll see how it goes, or how it grows. Alright, folks, have a good night. As always, my name has been Chores. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.